Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Sagittarius June 11, 2022. Early today, there can be some feelings of unrest, and it would be wise to sort out frustrations. You may vacillate between wanting to do something independently and preferring others' involvement. The same problem can happen with feedback you do and you don't want it. As the day advances, it's easy to take things as they come. You might enjoy bringing more harmony to your working environment, chores, routines, or daily life. You're in great shape for supporting or helping others with your knowledge, skills, or research. Single, crushing, or already romantically attached, you're likely feeling torn between succumbing to your heart's desires versus following social constructs or keeping the peace with a particular community. This is likely something you've been dealing with for quite some time, with the exception that Luna will be in opposition to Mars and the wounded healer, Chiron, via your fifth house of love, passion, pleasure, and self-expression. That means that if you're not staying true to your authenticity, then chances are it's becoming more and more difficult to repress your emotions. Who continues to inspire you, and who sets you back? Having a supportive professional network is key while the moon in Libra opposes Mars and Chiron in Aries today. You may notice a difference in how some of your colleagues respond to your ideas, passion projects, and aspirations. Some friends may be more like frenemies, so you may feel annoyed by these haters. Instead of focusing on them, you should continue to work more closely with those who continue to support your professional endeavors. Focus on the connections that matter at the end of the workday. At some point during the day, you might find yourself teaching a class or leading a discussion of some sort, perhaps related to spiritual matters. This could bring new people, probably younger ones, into your circle and bring you closer to the friends you have now. What is said today could provide food for thought and could keep your mind busy for several days. Write down your ideas. You'll definitely want to remember them later. Never forget that other people cannot read your mind. If you don't feel well and are a bit annoyed with yourself, don't take it out on your loved ones. Take time to talk to them and listen to the advice of family and friends. You aren't as alert as usual today, so it might be easier than usual for you to lose track of your stuff. It's not all bad. You might also dream up some sweet ideas while you're lost in the clouds. If you're overly confident, with complete belief in your capabilities concerning most aspects of your life, such an inflated opinion of yourself combined with a rather superior attitude does not go down very well with anyone you meet and is off-putting. Naturalness and openness are far better approaches to embrace. Why is it that we tend to bump into people from our past when we are not looking our best? Take extra care with your grooming today, as you are likely to run into an old friend, possibly a high school buddy. It's wonderful to reconnect, but seeing their face brings back some painful memories, some of which you'd rather forget. One positive outcome from the encounter is that you're able to see yourself through his eyes, and it's pleasing to see how far you've come. On a day like today, you may want to consider some new professional partnerships or even in your personal endeavors. This day is just what you need to show your loyalty in the partnerships that already exist for you, as well as being a wonderful time to prove you can be depended on in the relationships you are just starting. Be careful, though, that you do not become so ambitious that you attempt too much. This evening, make plans to let that special someone know how you feel. As the sun moves into his final 10 days in your relationship sector, it is with a lot more confidence and awareness thanks to a friendly aspect to the moon yesterday. While they will clash as a full moon early next week, the moon's friendly aspect to Saturn in your communication sector before leaving is a chance to get the communication lines open. Meanwhile, it is the moon's return to a nostalgic and reflective but also intuitive and imaginative part of your chart that offers a chance to slow down over the weekend. As the sun moves into his final 10 days in your relationship sector, the moon ends its monthly visit to your friendship sector with a friendly aspect to Saturn, now in retrograde motion in your communication sector. At a time when a balance between your personal and relationship needs is set to become a lot more important, This is a chance to ensure the communication lines are open. Our eyes in the sky. Deliberate, leisurely Taurus is at work influencing some pretty weighty planetary bodies today, including the emotional North Node, communicative Mercury, money goddess Venus, revolutionary Uranus and strategic asteroid Pallas, so there's no real rush to do much of anything. This isn't a lazy day per se, but it's a time to slow down the pace and reflect with very careful consideration before making your next major move. The future is in focus now, and the bull's steady background energy is beneficial for each of these planetary bodies that are receiving its slow-paced vibes. Getting what we desire and deserve, aka the best things in life, whatever that means to you, is at the forefront, but there's absolutely no rush. Do you want a more satisfying love life? More money? Job security? Loyalty from the people you care most about? These things are attainable in the future, says today's persevering planetary focus, as long as you're willing to be patient. Finding your footing might be hard if you're struggling to fully embrace a new philosophy and belief. If you keep your mind open, you can dive into the spirited energy. This means that you could share confidential information and ruin this morning's positive vibe. Think before you express yourself to avoid unnecessary drama. And don't accidentally spill the beans about a situation you are seeing from the sidelines and know little about. That way, you can avoid accidentally stirring the pot and stay out of the drama. In the morning, the Libra moon opposes Mars in Aries, giving us a fighting spirit. We air grievances, assigning blame to those who have not been able to facilitate our desires or support us in the same way we have supported them. However, the Libra moon often finds us slipping into self-negation, where we willingly sacrifice too many of our personal needs. We cannot, in hindsight, be angry that our unsolicited sacrifices have gone unappreciated. Our partners or friends cannot read our minds. We are likely angry at ourselves now, and our aggressions are being levied inappropriately. Instead of becoming hostile, take responsibility for your desires, and make your needs clear while reframing criticisms as my problems instead of your problems. Afternoon, the moon opposes Chiron in Aries, continuing the day's sensitivities. While this aspect stimulates past pain points, it can also be one of self-forgiveness and forgiveness of others. We have a greater than usual capacity for relating to others' insecurities. This means that harsh words spoken earlier in the day can be reassessed, paving the way for a future apology. We'll come to realize that even though our interactions feel personal, not everything is about us.